either completely ban it or that women can have up to 40 weeks to have an abortion. It was like, okay, well, I was saying where I stood, but like that would be, because I would say majority of Americans want.
This is misappropriation of funds. As the voter, you don't vote for this, but commissioners, governors, mayors, they misappropriate funds for abortions against the will of the people because there is no will. There's no vote. We do not get to vote on this, and it should be a voter issue. Instead, we have Democrat, liberal, fascist thugs that manipulate, lie to us, and steal from us to go kill babies. We are living in a fallen, failed society of immoral virtue signalers who claim they have the moral high ground, but they're fucking murderers.
Are you broadcasting this, by the way? You sound like that guy that broadcasts this on YouTube or something.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Are you following me on YouTube, John Kitover? You should check out my new Sora videos because I'm getting a lot of views doing Sora comedy, making fun of vaccines and abortions. In fact, if you have 3 abortions, I'll give you a free vaccine. Hello?
So, Marge, did you object to the comments that Daniel raised earlier?
Daniel Nero about the elections with the petitions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen, I've spent thousands of dollars hiring circulators to go out there and get me signatures. And the fact of the matter is, Darren LaHood has caused over $10 trillion in COVID-19 fraud for a scamdemic pandemic. Little old me running for Congress has caused mass chaos in the political spectrum. And that's what I'm encouraging all of you clownhouse netizens to do, is to actually run for office. Don't just participate with people who are working in politics. Run for office yourself, and you will see how you will be accused of fraud. But I've accused Darren LaHood of fraud 1,000 times, and he did commit fraud, trillions of dollars in fraud. So if you think little old me with my pathetic little 266 signatures and the hundreds of other verified signatures that were out of district because of all the districting issues, it's a nothing burger. I'm sitting here talking to you, a free man, with no fear of any repercussions for my campaign, and I am a write-in candidate for the 16th district running against a rhino who poisoned his own people with vaccines that were an unnecessary medical intervention for a scandemic. And in the Epstein files, Epstein himself is in communication with Bill Gates cooking up the pandemic. So listen, if anybody wants to accuse me of fraud, great, center me. Make me the center of attention so I can take that attention and show you the real criminals in our society, the murderers and the billionaire scam artists poisoning we the people. I am complete. Hello?
Hello, Marge. So can you try to keep your answers just a tad shorter? So what I wanted to know, and hats off to you for, running and stuff like that. I think it's really, really admirable that, you put your hat in the ring. So how many signatures did you have on your petition? How many?
Hello? Are you still talking about my petitions? Hello? Oh, he's gone. Anyways, the title of this room is Islamic Sensitivity to Criticism, and that's the truth. Muslims are very sensitive when it comes to Islam. If you talk any shit or have any, comments about the authenticity, because in my opinion, it's easy to commit intellectual property theft or copyright infringement. And, if you accuse the Islamic faith of committing IP theft, you're going to get some blowback. Hello?
Coco, are you with me?
What's interesting here in Chicago is people are actually filing lawsuits against the Illinois State Board of Elections and political operative insiders who are involved in an actual conspiracy to completely monopolize, dominate, and control the ballots here in Chicago and in the state of Illinois. There are active lawsuits going to the Illinois State Supreme Court alleging fraud within the political industrial complex of Chicago. Many people know that Illinois is corrupt as fuck. And I and other people have been exposing it by trying to inject ourselves into it and fighting these lawyers and corrupt judges. It's real. And Pritzker is at the center of a massive fraud, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars in state contract frauds, federal frauds, a lot of USAID fraud. There is so much fraud that has been happening for so long, especially under Biden, let alone when Biden left, he gave out $100 billion in grants to these NGOs for energy and other shit like that. So there's real fraud out there. My little 266 signatures, which I'm proud of, is a miracle that I even got that. People want change and they want authentic politicians, not these evergreen cookie cutters who put out the same messaging, and they're coordinating their messaging. They're talking to Speaker Johnson and putting out the same fucking messaging. So that's not authentic. They don't really represent the people. They don't meet with the people. They don't give a fuck about the people. They care about the hundreds of billions of dollars that Boeing, Lockheed Grumman, Apple, that's who that butters their fucking bread.
Politics took over this room tonight.
Many people. I did a lot of research on Grok. Who are the top 25 recipients of the big, better, beautiful bill? The number one is like Lockheed Martin and Apple and Google and Microsoft. They all got in total over $500 billion a year in tax credits. That gives the liability to the taxpayers. That's not fair. Our children shouldn't get loans taken out on them on their behalf without a vote. There's no representation. Every single year, the federal government is borrowing $10,000 on your back or more. Everybody owes $450,000 each American. Just do the fucking numbers. It has exploded. The debt in 2000, it was nothing. Now it's unimaginable. It has doubled and doubled. That's insanity. We, as America, that's not our history. How have we done this to ourselves? Because of the wars, because of the lies, the fake news, and the contracting, and the never-ending omnibuses. Vote for individual pieces of legislation and spending. When you go to a restaurant, you don't order the whole fucking menu. You order one entree, one appetizer, and you pay for a portion of the bill. You don't pay for the whole fucking thing every single time. And these speakers are criminals. Mike Johnson is a fucking well-dressed criminal. That motherfucker's hair is perfect, but he's lying to us.
Okay, March, I know if you're keeping your responses short, and I do apologize that it got cut off. Did you answer my question about how many petition signatures you had? Because I missed it.
But you left.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
So you wanted him to address it for the third time.
It's been addressed one time.
He did, because so you had read this article and he was thrown to the audience, and then he was brought back up to address it, and within his first 3 words of trying to address it, you had interrupted, and then Daniel said no one interrupt, and then he kind of got thrown away again.
Well, I don't remember interrupting and giving the answer. I know I asked for it, and one time I laughed, so hopefully we can correct it this time. So March, what was the number?
Listen, I've addressed it enough. If somebody else in the room wants to fucking repeat the shit that I just said, or you can go on my YouTube and watch the playback. Feel free.
I apologize, dude. I left the room. You think I did it on purpose?
And Mark, you better keep your answer short, okay?
Well, I think that's a fair request when the answers are very, very long.
Well, but what's long to you? Because I think...
Listen, I've gone on and on all night long.
A bunch of great points within 30 seconds.
I didn't hear his next response, so I don't know if it was long or short. I know that the response before I left was incredibly long, and all I said is I hope he's keeping them short. So I wasn't a commentary suggesting that it was long.
Listen, my sensitivity to petition questions is irrelevant at this point. I'm a write-in candidate. I had to write every single clerk throughout the whole district to get on that fucking ballot. And guess what? A lot of those clerks are politically connected to LaHood, and some of them didn't even respond to me. But they endorse LaHood and have to run for their own clerkship. I'm telling you, Illinois is so corrupt, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. California and other states are engaged in massive fraud. 18, it's unbelievable. Anyways, Euro, thank you very little. I hope your green bean makes you feel great. I know you're a super fascist at heart, but you're a nice guy, but your questions are pointless. Daniel Nero is the actual fraud. Daniel Nero has been engaging in car insurance fraud by selling bad policies. Hello?
I don't think it's a big deal. It's not a positive or negative thing. I'm just curious how many signatures you were able to secure.
266. You just said that.
No, 266 were the number that was validated. He submitted a greater number. I know
Right,
that
you asked how many signatures he got.
That's what I asked so many times. How many signatures were submitted? If not, I'll just have to look it up myself. I mean, it's just crazy.
And so what he had stated was that obviously when you're getting signatures, and I actually have done this for Christian Lamar, that you may know him as that, when he was running. So you get, a few people to be able to knock doors or reach out to people, text people, and to gather signatures, right, on your behalf. And so what he stated is that his team gathered signatures along with himself. And so those signatures were turned in, and he himself got 266. So that's what he was stating.
Yeah, I'm just interested in knowing the total number of signatures that were submitted. 266 were validated. Now I know.
So if he was disqualified for invalid signatures, what he was stating is that as a collective team, there may have been what constitutes as an invalid signature, and is he accountable for all of those? I mean, there's no criminal.
No, of course not. This happens. That's a normal part of the process.
Euro, the point is, they audited my petitions.
John James in Michigan. Do you understand that the first time that he was running for governor, he submitted invalid signatures and was disqualified? Did you know that?
Euro, I didn't engage in any fraud. Euro, I'm going to answer your question. Euro, I'm going to answer your question. I turned in 170 pages. There's 10 signatures on each page. So the point is, Euro, I did not commit any fraud. I didn't forge any signatures. Okay, and I'm going to finish my statement. And the final point is basically you bringing it up for no fucking reason because Daniel Nero's got a stick up his ass. This is a Bible and Quran room, not a John Kitover roast room, okay? I'm a write-in candidate, and you can go to johnforcongress.com, and any complaints you have, you can submit it to the Jewish Complaint Department. I run a JCD nonprofit. If you got complaints, just go to the John Kitover Complaint Department or the Jewish Complaint Department. It's the same thing. And you can take all your complaints there about my petitions and my campaign, but there's no point. I'm a write-in candidate for Congress. Hello?
So I'm not complaining at all. The point that happened was Daniel brought it up. I didn't bring it up. He gave me an incomplete picture, and I just wanted it completed with knowing that.
Listen, the point is they give you back PDFs of all your petitions with all the challenges. Hundreds of my signatures were valid, which were not counted because they were called out of district. Now it's incumbent upon me to reverse challenge those and argue that they're valid signatures. The whole thing is such a fucking scam, Euro and Daniel. You guys have never done it. You've never experienced petitions and all the bullshit the courts and the lawyers drag you through. It's a fucking scam. The whole thing should be digital at this point. They control who's on the ballot because they don't want change. They're afraid of change and people who tell truths. The fact is this country's broke. Our cities are broke. Our states are broke. They're all in debt. The whole fucking system is completely upside down. Since the year 2000, we have spent an inordinate amount of money, and there's pensions that will never be paid. You think you got a pension, you got half a pension or less. That's the truth. And we need truth tellers out there to tell the truth. And until people start coming out and we get arrests for these fucking Epstein files, which we've been long waiting for. We are demanding fucking arrests. Hello?
Actually, I agree with you on the Epstein files. I think there should be arrests. But you raise an interesting point because you mentioned about some of those ones that were thrown out were actually valid because they were called out of district. Could you explain what that is, called out of district?
Yeah, there's precincts. I'm in the 16th district, and it's a gerrymandered map. So if you live across the street and you sign my petition, they're not going to call you a valid signature. Hundreds and hundreds of my signatures were valid, but they called them out of district. You guys haven't seen the actual receipts. You guys are just reading from a little blurb on the Illinois. I got the actual documentarian trail, the real evidence. I have the actual information. You guys have a little blurb on a website by a guy with a huge herpes sore on his face who does political commentary in corrupt Illinois. Hello?
Oh, that's why you're the one I'm asking, because you have the info. All right, well, thanks a lot for explaining those two terms, or those 2 points.
Listen, the people that got paid to go out there and get those signatures got paid by people here at Clown House. I made all of my circulators come on here and on board and do public fucking interviews and then get publicly trained before they went out there and got signatures. I did the whole thing transparently on Clown House. And the point is, people are upset that I ran for Congress. I got them to donate. Do you know how happy my circulators were that they got thousands of dollars to go work for me? People on Clown House help people pay their rent and get food. The people that worked for me were destitute. They came from Craigslist. So, I don't want to throw them under the bus. People here on Clown House helped people in the real world. We did real political work, and I'm proud of that fucking work. And people who want to roast me, well, just make me the center of your attention. That's the whole point. Hello?
Well, yeah, so don't be attention to their content.
I don't think there's anything wrong with people responding to Craig's ad list, but
Obviously there's not. That's why he had them work for them. And I actually was in the room, one of his clubhouse rooms, when 3 of those individuals were in there. So that is true.
If I got hauled before a judge and a jury, I would just say, listen, I'm the Craigslist candidate. And the whole thing was recorded. Even in the challenge against my petitions, they listened to the clubhouse recordings and put that in the legal paperwork because I made the whole thing transparent for a fucking reason, because I don't want to get in any trouble. Hello?
You always will have the receipts, that's for sure. Gosh, that archives march that you have. Ugh.
I didn't even notice that it was up in the whatever you call that, the leaderboard or whatever it's called on top. The link.
Yeah. Articles can say whatever they want, but they don't tell the whole story. It was very apparent when we were discussing January 6th. Headlines are headlines.
I mean, you have the government lying to you like day after day, so.
Charles, stop. You hate yourself.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I triggered you, man.
No, you didn't trigger me. It's just everything that you say is so negative about Americans. I'm just done with it. Every day you just talk about and shit on America, which is just every day, over and over.
Where I'm from, we call those
Listen,
facts.
we call you Canucks. Just stay over there and don't come to Michigan anymore.
Why would you think I would ever go there?
The Canucks are always over here.
Correction. We're always over there.
Oh, hey, Gerald, did you see Mark Carney got outed in the Epstein files for raping children? Your beautiful Mark Carney is a pedophile rapist, a serial pedophile. What do you think about that, Gerald? He's in the Epstein new release. Isn't that exciting?
I'll look into that, but the last time I saw you sharing news, it was a lie, so I'm gonna assume this is a lie. But hey, I would feel just as, I mean, actually, I would care, unlike Americans who seemingly support pedophilia now. But let me put that up.
You just come on here just to shit on America. That's it. That's like your goal and purpose. Like, what a life you have.
Do you have any idea how many times Trump mentioned Canada in the last week?
I just want you to go one day and I challenge you.
Okay, well, I challenge Trump to go one day without threatening Canada.
At least you hear my challenge. My challenge for you is to go an entire week without shitting on America or talking about Donald Trump. Do you think you could do it?
I could do it if Trump could do it, but since Trump has mentioned Canada
Okay, so you
4
can't do
times
it.
in the last
So
week,
are you saying that you don't accept the challenge?
are you saying Trump can't do it?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking if you accept the challenge.
Sure, I accept the challenge with the caveat that I'll only do it if Trump does it. Thank
Okay,
you.
no, so this is my challenge to you, so you're not accepting the challenge? Okay.
Clearly, it's not
That's
challenge.
okay, it's okay, you don't have to accept it. I understand it's hard, it's tough.
I think we would say asked and answered.
So, Jarl, it's okay. I know that it can be tough. That would be if I was you, but I wouldn't be you.
Just out of curiosity, you actually don't have any clue how many times Trump mentioned us in the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, Jarl, we heard that already. Moderators, point of order, moderators, moderator, point of order. I got a question for you about human behavior. My question is, why do people hold the green bean supermod like they're fascists? Why don't you just mod everybody and and just let people talk? I don't even understand. It should be the exact opposite. It should be people just modding everybody and letting the thing go. Instead, you hold these little pearls as if there's some type of like protective layer for your ego, and there's no ego. You're just, pathetic. Hello?
And it got duly considered.
I can't believe that Jarl didn't accept the challenge. What a baby.
Listen, I want to thank Manville. I was listening into a Manville conversation about high frequency trading and his software and his servers. And Manville, I took your advice. I started doing high frequency trading in the futures market. I've already made $400,000. So thank you, Manville. I just thought you were a stupid cop. Hello?
Stupid? You thought Manville was stupid?
Yeah, I thought he was a knuckle-dragging, fucking pistol-wearing cop, with his fucking handcuffs. Get in the back of the car. I'm taking you to jail. I thought he was just a dummy cop.
Good time. So, Manville, congratulations on your very successful advice. I'm wondering, Mark, since you made $400,000 from his advice, how much are you going to send back to him?
Well, I'm a customer of his, so he's already made thousands of dollars from me signing up for his subscription software. Thanks, Manville. You're the best.
Oh, you're a Quant VBS customer? I think this one's... Let me just turn that. We say rough. Thank you, Manville. That's a pretty good endorsement.
Yeah, I'm a Quant VPS. Thanks, Manville. I mean, I have anonymous accounts, and man, I'll tell you, bro, I'm taking you to Cancun. I'm paying for everything because you have made me $400,000. Thank you, Manville.
Well, sign up at least 40,000. 10%'s very reasonable.
I'm sorry to interrupt. The Mark Carney photos with Epstein are AI generated. This is the second time this week you share AI generated photos as claims. I don't understand. Can you not tell what is AI generated?
Well, I'm sorry, but Mark Carney is a known pedophile now. Those photos have been confirmed. He's in the Epstein emails. You need to look at Pam Bondi's release. I'm sorry, Jarl, but you can't cover up for Mark Carney, the pedophile. He is a known pedophile. He's going to get arrested. Hello?
Hello. So, Jarl, I have a question for you. How is Mark considered on the world stage?
He's considered one of the largest world leaders.
That was a nice, concise statement. Very accurate.
Darrell, why does your TVS blur your vision from anything else going on in the world?
And you really have no clue what's going on in the world. How many times did Trump carry that story? It's just bad. That's what I was thinking. This is a real use of
You can't just attribute Finland's
Zero, why
success.
are you just interrupting everyone?
Because an accurate statement was made, and I want to correct it.
But inaccurate according to who?
According to me, because I'm
Because why?
because I'm familiar with the situation. I've done research in this.
You've done research. You're not even an American.
This is about Finland I'm talking about. So in any case, Finland has a very good track record with homelessness, which is not simply attributable to its ethnic background.
Right, it's also like -20 outside, which kind of gets rid of all your friends.
No, it was previously Are you claiming that Scandinavian solutions can solve problems in anywhere else in the world?
Of course, we can try it out.
You go ahead and do that. I can tell you off the rip, it's not gonna work.
All right, okay.
Yeah, but
There's a benefits and exception.
pilot programs to see what works and what doesn't work. What pilot program? The free needles and decriminalizing of hard drugs in Oregon and Portland that failed miserably? No, well, I was talking specifically about a housing first strategy. Getting people houses. Okay, so of the homeless population, right, in the United States, who do you want to give houses to? Well, what the Finland approach is, you give it to all the homeless people, and the thing about it is, the solution ends up costing less, so it's less money. So how many homeless people in America? No, on a per capita basis, it costs less money, like significantly less money.
Oh, like in California where they have rampant fraud, and every other state where they have HUD and all, hundreds of billions of dollars in fraud, where it doesn't actually go to helping anybody. Maybe it goes to the landlords and the super real estate corporations, but it doesn't actually help many homes. Hello?
That's one of the problems that Housing First resolves, because it eliminates all these middlemen that isn't the correct process. The kept approach.
Oh.
So when you let them
Wait, point of order. I want to point out that the middleman is going to be the problem for everything then. And then we should get rid of health insurance. You know that, ladies and gentlemen? Get rid of health insurance. Let's get rid of the middleman and everything. Hello?
oh my God, it'd be so awesome.
That would be amazing.
But am I really supposed to fuck?
No, see, this is the problem. The problem's not the middleman. The problem's the government that causes the middleman to exist to begin with. It's the government, stupid. Hello?
So your solution for homelessness is to do nothing? But we are already doing too much. I understand doing too much, doing too little. We need to stop wasting resources on people that don't want to be healthy.
But what do you mean? I get $100 or $1,000 in food stamps, and I go on trips all the time. Oh my God, these people.
$100,000 in food stamps. You think that that's like a realistic number that people would receive? That's absurd.
I said 1,000.
Okay, I'm sorry. I definitely heard 100,000.
And I was definitely being hyperbolic, but these are real videos that people have posted on the internet stating how much they get in food.
There's all kinds of fraud.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of fraud. There's all kinds of wasted programs that are supposed to house people and end up helping like 2 or 3 people. But they're reporting that they're helping thousands. They're raking in millions of dollars. Personally, these are people with salaries $250,000 a year and up. Managing the homeless. I'm pretty sure, right, that $250,000 can buy you some kind of fucking house, right? For every one of these fucking NGO workers that are running out there like fucking documenting shit or registering people for fucking classes on how not to be a fucking dope fiend. Like we can fucking get some houses to some people who legitimately want to get back on their feet. But what you have to grapple with is the fact that if you give a meth head a choice between meth and literally anything else, he's going to choose the fucking meth. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a guy who was, smoking meth in a box on Skid Row, who's now smoking meth in a larger apartment box in this fucking place surrounded by a bunch of fucking meth heads. And they're going to rip the copper out of the fucking walls and they're going to go buy more fucking meth. So like until you give him the fucking meth, he's never going to be fucking satisfied. And he's going to take whatever you give him and he's going to turn it into more fucking meth.
Well, the results in Finland and Switzerland has probably been very positive. I just want to say the transcription.
The results in this perfect fucking country full of perfect people who never stab each other, who don't rape each other, who have a...
Okay, I was almost finished. The other point I wanted to raise was the transcription also picked up 100,000, by the way, and so it's not too surprising.
Wait, did you really remove them from the room?
No, I didn't remove them from the room. I moved them down into the audience.
Rules for thee and not for me, huh?
What's that? No, I
Yes.
well, opportunities I wasn't finished.
Yes.
Then you talking.
To continue Manville's point of what they spent $15 billion in 16 years on California's high-speed train, and they haven't laid one piece of track. You're up.
Oh, I believe there's a lot of waste.
How much they spend on housing the homeless in California right now?
I got a question. Point of order, moderator. This is for the Democrats or liberals in the room. How much debt is too much debt? Meaning that is new economic theory essentially it's all just a Ponzi scheme and it's essentially an empire civilizational Ponzi scheme, and therefore we can go to $100 trillion in debt, like. Because AOC wanted to do like $100 trillion Green New Deal, like that's the type of psychosis and low IQ we're talking about. They wouldn't be able to pass a gap accounting, audit. All of you need to go listen to this Epstein Bannon 3-hour roast of Epstein, where Bannon is like insulting him to his face and at the end calls him the devil. It is the most interesting because you see the world through Jeffrey Epstein and his perspective about the fiat reserve currency system or fractional reserve banking. And he calls it magic and a mystery, and he calls himself a hermit. It is an eye-exposing video. And Stinky Steve, it is hilarious because Stinky Steve roasts Epstein continually. And Epstein can't even give his money away because, if you're going to die, you want to give your money away. Nobody would take his money. You should really watch this interview. Did anybody watch it?
Sounds interesting. But to March, to answer your somewhat rhetorical question at the beginning about how much debt the U.S. could sustain, really depends on a crucial question as to whether or not the U.S. continues its status as the international reserve currency.
No, it can pay off the debt right now. It just has to issue another, 140 trillion, and then we could just call ourselves even. But the thing is, you got to look at it from like the Weimar Republic. Foreign money or people who are holding our paper overseas comes into the country, buys up all our assets, which they're already doing. They're doing all kinds of real estate transactions and buying out Americans. The point is that money is going to flow back into this country and drive our prices through the fucking roof. It could be specific to the United States. It might not be a global problem. Japan's might not have that same problem. China might not have the same problem. We could find ourselves in a very serious, home prices are already crazy, and property taxes are driving people into bankruptcy. Homeowners insurance, and the whole thing is just going up, 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 up. Gas prices, electric prices, it's up, 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 up. And it's just going to keep going. There's no regulation. And the fact of the matter is, it's because we created 40 trillion in debt that we didn't have, plus spent 5 trillion every year that we did have. We've spent over $300 trillion on what? There's never been a fucking homelessness solution. Where did all the money go? It went to fucking scams. It went to individuals' adjusted gross incomes. There are people out there with so much fucking money. Hello?
What do you mean when you say you spent $300 trillion?
From the year 2000 up until 2026, multiply that by 5 trillion a year plus 2 trillion a year in debt, and that's how much we have spent in 26 years. Do you know multiplication? Probably not. You probably can't even do fucking division. Hello?
It's a legitimate question. Hello?
Well, take your ticket to the window, as Jeffrey Epstein said. Jeffrey Epstein says that most people on Wall Street can't even do multiplication, let alone division. So take the ticket to the fucking window. I'll submit your complaint to the Jewish Complaint Department. I hope your green bean makes you feel great. Hello?
Great. Dude, I'm dealing in reality. I don't know what kind of drugs you're on. But when you say $300 trillion without any reference, it's a totally reasonable question to ask, what are you talking about? And then you had to say it was over a 26-year period. So that proves my point.
No, it proves my fucking point that I can do multiplication like that. Hello?
You're supposed to know it's 26 years, and you don't say sensitive. You're supposed to read your mind. Hello?
I'm just saying, don't you think it's ridiculous that people get emotionally upset and scream into their phone at some random voice? How do you know I'm not just some AI chatbot sent here to make you emotionally upset? Hello?
It's okay when you scream, but when somebody else screams, then it's unreasonable. To just get a life.
I just want to point out how the person saying I might be a chatbot is the person who has been spreading a bunch of AI images that's real over the last few weeks.
Hello? No, I'm not. What are you talking about, spreading fake AI images? Are you projecting? And when you say get a life, you might be projecting too. Hello?
Hello, I might be. Hello, and I might not be. Hello.
Listen, I play music, I create art, I make videos. I have over 100,000 Clubhouse videos out there. I got one of the hottest YouTube accounts called Clubhouse Live Podcast. You're all on it. And I need your participation. I don't want to make you enemies. I want to make you frenemies. And I want to make you share.
Dude, I really like when you make relevant points, which is most of the time. When I So, you had mentioned previously that you said Trump has spoken about Canada many times over the last month. Did you want to recount some of those things that he has said?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So one of them was he tweeted a picture of Canada, Greenland, like most of North America with the American flag over it. That's after threatening Greenland a few times, but then backing down. He also, so like a week and a half ago, he said Canada should make a trade deal with China. Then like 3 days later, he got really mad. He said we should not make a deal with China, and then he threatened to put tariffs on us. About 3 days later.
Tariffs, 100% tariffs.
Yeah, he said 100% tariffs. And then a few days later, because Canada didn't certify a certain series of planes, it's not even Canada, it's like Canada didn't certify certain planes, so he got really mad. He threatened to decertify every single plane that's made in Canada. And what else did he threaten? Like a bunch of, that's just like all in the last week, right?
But that pales in comparison to Mark Carney being outed in the Epstein files as being a pedophile. Hello?
Okay, that's AI just like the last one. So the last one, he's like literally upset.
Listen, Justin Trudeau is a Satanist wizard dating Katy Perry, another wicked witchcraft Satanist. These people are all pedophiles, adrenochrome psychopaths. I don't trust any of them. And Jarl here wants to sit here and fucking, shill for his own country, which deserves no respect. Not one Canadian on this app can hold their weight. I'm telling you, you guys are the most fucking steamrolled people on the planet. There's a reason why Americans cannot necessarily coincide with Canadians. Have you read our Declaration of Independence, Charles, and our eternal separation? That involves you. You're a part of those faggots over there on that island who sit there with their crown and give the annual budget with their fucking ruby emerald pearls. Jarl, you're a cuck to the king. Get on your knee pads, open up that king's cock, stick it in your mouth, and take some moose spunk and some maple syrup and take John Candy films and put them all back in Toronto where you all belong. Your whole population is nothing. You guys are what do you guys even do up there? You guys make oil, you cut wood, and you make good comedy films, but we didn't ask for you to, be the best comedians in Hollywood. Is Jim Carrey Canadian? Hello?
So, Gerald, one of the things I don't think you mentioned was the Alberta separatist movement and the push by the some people in the administration for independence to Canadians and
not a great place like it once used to be, honestly. And I feel like we're just failing as a city, what I'm saying? I'm from Toronto, but yeah.
And you see Canada failing?
Oh yeah, it's failing, bro. Canada, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's like Canada's like New York, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like New York, but more like fucked up. Like the prices for everything is going up. To buy a decent home is fucking insane. You need a shit ton of money to get an actual good home, and not some bullshit. It's just no point in the immigrants, man. It's just.
So what you're saying is affordability. So how did we get to an affordability crisis? Some people call it a debt crisis. What it really is a spending crisis and a borrowing crisis. It's an affordability crisis. Hello?
Hey, if you want to talk about it, man, niggas is broke. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, the price of the brick is going up.
Super quick. I'll listen for a bit after, but a quick statement. I think I respect your opinion, Herbert. I think Canada.
It's pronounced Herbet, Jarl. Please read it correctly. Herbet.
It's Herbet. It's okay.
Given what's going on in the world and the attacks against Canada, I think Canada's doing really well. Like, obviously not like the, like really well given the circumstances, right? I think we're doing a lot better, and I think Canada.
You didn't see the Epstein video, Jarl. It's all an organic environment. Jarl, you're the product of Canada, and therefore we know that Canada can't be doing great if you're the product of Canada. It's organic, Jarl. You are a symptom of Canada. We can clearly observe the problem when we communicate with you. It's you, Jarl. The system has created you. You're a cuck, right? Like, you have a wife who bangs bankers and you watch from the distance in the living room and you come on Clown House. Is that who you are, Jarl? Hello?
I don't know what's going on here, man. But yo, like, this is crazy allegations, man. Like, what is going on?
I'll ignore the guy.
You don't know that guy? Or it's like some type of rivalry or something. Yeah, I mean, look, man, Canada, I don't know, like the trajectory for it, I feel like at least for Toronto speaking, I just don't feel like it's going to be a good place. You know, any city is always going to be like that, but it's just getting scary, man. You know, it's just getting scary. And like even getting regular jobs, like, you know, you go into, you know, McDonald's to get a fucking, you know, some fries, man. You know, you see like kids working, shit like that. It's just straight Indians, bro. And, you know, I might sound Indian myself, but I'm Guyanese. But like, you know.
So wait, you're an immigrant complaining about other immigrants? Listen, we got the Jewish complaint department open. Would you like to submit a complaint about the immigration policies and all the people who have flooded into these Western countries? Sorry, Ann. Herbette, I was just asking a question.
No, but he's someone that's like a realist. He's from Canada, same place as Jarl, but like Jarl is just, Jarl has a different reality than what Herbert is saying.
Well, Jarl's a little bit like that talking ape, Jeremy. Jeremy comes on here to talk to minorities because he's a rich Bitcoiner who's married, but he's super bored. He wants to come on here and talk to minorities. Herbette, have you noticed rich white Canadians that want to come on here just to talk to minorities? Hello?
Yeah, so did you want to finish what you were saying?
But he's married, and that has to stand for something.
Yeah, I do. I'm just saying, like, you just don't see familiar faces. That's what I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong with people coming to this country and wanting to better themselves. You know, it's the same thing in America. It's just it's the way people are going about it. You know, so yeah. And what March is saying, you know, I don't have no clue on what the fuck he said, but you know, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like how you're speaking your truth.
Yeah, I'm sarcastic, and I like to criticize and make submissions to my own Jewish complaint department. And you know, the truth is, Euro and Daniel here have been clutching their little green bean pearl so close to their hearts so they can try to control the conversation. It's got nothing to do with the title. This is a totally random room. The Gaza wins is here, the Gnostic master of them all.
You don't even.
Listen, Gaza wins. People are saying you should be medicated. They saying you're doing cocaine, and that's not projection. I don't do cocaine, Gaza wins. I just like the way it smells. That's what Rodney Dangerfield said. So Gaza wins is here, everybody. I leave you with the Gnostic master of the Christian Muslim faith, the commander of the Western forces for Hamas in California as he fixes laptops and argues with El Normo for 10 years. Rabbono Shalom.
I do more than just have a store where laptops are being repaired and refurbished and wholesaled to international, overseas. Yeah. So when you get on that level, then we can talk. And two, you never present any information. You're just sitting in rooms playing the worst music.
I come here, I read books half the time, and then I debate politics. You got a problem with me? That's a you problem. I told you I'd make your submission to the Jewish complaint department anytime you wait, anytime you want. All right, go ahead. Fuck it. Do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to submit it to the Jewish complaint department.
I'm pretty sure if we took a DNA test, they're going to say J1P58.
Well, no.
J1P58? J1P58. J1P58. I gotta Google that one. J1P58. Hey Google, what's a J1P58 mean? J1P58. This is the term for a Mishling, an Ashkenazic Jew whose mother is gorgeous and father is an Ashkenazi Jew. That's a P150.
I don't know how he does this. He just like he's very good at continuously talking in a sense in an intelligible way, providing you any insight or any building to whatever we're discussing. He's just a dismissive shit talker. I'll tell you what, John Kitover is the horrible version of Caleb. Caleb is also like
I'm getting compared to Caleb.
does it provide you any positive? Caleb, yeah. The Red is way better than Caleb.
You talking about the rabbi?
I don't consider him a rabbi.
Whatever.
Don't you realize that all your criticisms just there are fucking projections? You are so stupid. You're comparing me to Caleb. You're projecting. Listen, go clean your mirror, Gaza boy. Go clean your fucking mirror and get your fucking shine box.
Don't die, or whatever your name is, John. Anyways,
Did you just project death onto yourself? Oy vey! Roberto Shalala! Go clean your mirror! Azza!
anyways, so yeah, there's never any positive information. They don't provide any information. They're always either crashing out, acting insane. This guy is literally insane, or just completely so pissed that they have already attempted to engage with you, and you know way more than they do, and yet he's still calling himself a rabbi.
Do you know
It's
how
crazy.
big his archives are, though, Mikhail? And he's a veteran in what he specialized in.
John? Are we
Yeah,
talking?
and so, yeah, John, and he's a veteran. What he specialized in. I mean, I completely understand why he does what he does, and his archive is very big.
What did you do?
Yeah, you can just go on YouTube and type in Mikhail Norm debate. You can watch yourself being so stupid. It's unbelievable. Not many people know this about John Kitover, but he was a human intelligence officer in the U.S. Army. That's human. That means I like to play fuck games with fucks like you. Hello?
I would bet you like a pretzel, bro.
I don't.
So, I want to talk
I'll bet you like a pretzel. Anyways,
intelligence officer on stage. I want to see if he has something to say.
how many different fields are called intelligence? How many different MOSs intelligence officers?
Okay, sorry, you're not speaking. Hello. Okay, what about Skull?
We're not speaking of these civilians, John.
He has girlfriends at the back.
I see that you joined.
Hey guys, go get your fucking shine box and your laptop repair kit. I hear you got to send out an international shipment of laptops to your Hamasniks. Hello?
Why don't you go to whatever that Mexican person you buy your 20 phones from?
Okay, let's take a break, guys. I want to hear from Skull. Skull.
Yeah, I just wanted to wait until a conversation starts.
I hear you.
No, there's no conversation with John in the middle of it. Just back and forth. Shit talking. Which is fun.
So we have at least our third Canadian on stage with Skull and Lupe.
That's the first.
Jarl.
You know how many times I've seen Mikhail get used as a fucking mop to clean up shit on the floor? I've seen El Normo take a mop out of a bucket of shit, and there's Mikhail, and Norm's just mopping the fucking floor with Mikhail's bucket of shit, and it smells like Mikhail all over the place. Ugh, and yuck.
Yeah, because everybody believes Norm is capable of intellect.
I can say great dialogue with both
I'm
Mikhail.
down like shit time, but we gotta keep it high level. I don't know, something outside of Norm. Why you gotta bring up Norm?
Did Norm beat you in a debate recently, Gaza?
Norm has me. I have not discussed with Norm in a very quite a while now.
Okay.
Norm can't defeat anybody in an argument, bro. Come on. Have you seen Norm speak?
So it's been a long time since he's been.
He's a clown.
So Norm and Mikhail, they've met their match when they squabbled. You're up.
With who?
You and
There is no match. These people are cockroaches on an actual level. The only reason this is even being entertained is because there's a clubhouse. But in any real setting, these people would not even sit in front of me and stand 5 seconds.
You don't think that
They are
he's
incapable
clever?
of reason. They don't know how to reason. They don't know. They're not educated. They haven't done any actual research. They're not STEM majors. They don't know what they're doing.
They're not STEM majors.
They're
not STEM majors. I can't believe I'm listening to this projection from the distance. They're not STEM majors. Oh my God. Mikhail is the arbiter of truth and the knower of all knowledge. Everyone else here should bow at the feet of Mikhail, the most super knowledgeable person on the planet. Super Mikhail, the genius. He knows the truth. He's a STEM major. Listen to Mikhail, the super genius. He knows everything.
There needs to be a moment where you level with people and you prove your intellect, and you have yet to do so. And if you see John Kitover have a one-on-one rational conversation and actually present arguments.
Oh man. You're so stupid, Mikhail. You're still talking. You're so stupid. You're still talking. Hello? Hello? I got a tattoo on my arm that says, I'm the wisest man alive. For I know one thing, and that's that I know nothing. Mikhail still has an opinion. Hello? Listen, Mikhail, the more you think, the more you speak, the further.
No, he will create problems for people now.
He will create problems for people.
What are you even talking about?
No, Mikhail, you're not reading.
Reading what? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. Just stop.
His archives are large.
Yeah,
My reach is huge. My thrust is mighty. I can draw the flaming sword and strike the master chord. I've recorded you guys for 5 years.
I want to hear from Arian, please.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi. What did you want to say?
I just have a question for Gaza means orphan. I don't know what's the name.
Okay.
Hey, Mikhail, you're up.
So what you said, I was like, yes, your accents are gone. So,
how it's set up, if you say if you have an accent, it's not it's just I was born in the United States, but I moved there.
Nice.
You moved to Gaza.
Yeah, in elementary school.
So do you have dual citizenship?
so that's the only reason
Yes, I do
that you support Gaza.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
No, I said dual citizenship, Mikhail.
Yes, I have an ID number that makes me a Palestinian within Israel, technically.
Okay.
I'm just a non-recognized citizen of the state of Israel, restricted to the Palestinian territories. but the ones who issue my number and all the Palestinian IDs is Israel.
Okay.
All right.
And
You
from Georgetown?
Me?
Ruby.
No, I'm from Iran.
You're from Iran. Okay, very good.
Yes.
All right.
And
You're from
If
Iran,
you-
that's why. Do you support the regime or do you support?
No.
I'm sorry, that was wrong. My bad. Do you support toppling the regime?
No, I hate this regime because it's
No, it's fine. A lot of people hate the regime. That's okay. But I hate the regime. I don't want to topple it though.
but our regime is based on nation. And it's so many spots and Christians see more than here.
No one cares, my kid.
Is coming. Like nobody cares about you because they know that you're mentally
About him.
Exactly.
I care about everybody.
I had this room open for like 10 hours.
He wants to get under my nerves because I continue to express the same thing and I prove it. I don't start with talking shit. I'll give everybody the generosity and the benefit of the doubt and engage with me based on reason and facts, logic. And he.
Why is everything you say so nasal? Like it's almost like you're crimping your nose, and it's the most obnoxious sound. Like
Because I'm smoking.
Like, why am I these people like?
and you wonder why no one wants to be around you or hear you. It's because you sound like a
You dude, you're well to be around you.
You're man.
You only hijack. You have
man. It's like literally man.
You hijack bars for what
It's literally like. All right, that's enough of him. I dumped him into the fucking toilet. Because he's inferior.
I just want to question 14.
He's inferior.
Question out the ideology of the them and this kind of people that support us.
One second. Danielle, so what I've noticed about Mikhail over the years is the first time I ever heard him speak, he said the most egregious things on stage. I was like, oh my gosh. But then I noticed, like, because he kind of like, he goes to any kind of motel conversation. And what I've noticed is that he matches energy for energy. And like, I definitely agree with him.
Take it to the window.
Sweetheart, is that you in your picture?
My family's from Lebanon. I'm called the sand nigger. I promise.
Alright, you think that a blonde
I am called.
you fucking dumb bitch. Do you want to get sent down?
I'm being serious. I'm
Right now, please. You to the audience.
Oh my god!
This fucking sand nigger the fuck up here. Who's inferior. Whose culture has been inferior.
So Dan, you could be right on all your points, but you gotta admit, look at his low IQ moronic snow nigger that worshipped the sand nigger for 25 years, practically a little bit less than half of his life.
That's a win.
Nowadays, and you continue to act like you're a low IQ moron.
Gotta let old Normo know. Gotta let him know. Where's the phone?
Years and like barely a few interactions.
Alright, I'm gonna restart this live.
You have a DNA, bro. Why do you sound like a fucking sand nigger?
I don't.
Shut the fuck up.
You sound
Alright,
obese. You sound obese.
Stop.
Obese, motherfucker.
I'm gonna ask you a very simple question.
Why do you low IQ, Dan?
I'm gonna ask you a very simple question, calmly. Why is it that you
Why
sound
did you
like
worship a sand nigger for 25 years?
Okay, this is what he
Well, he
does.
clearly must be superior because of
You up, you gotta. You gotta sell.
The sand nigger.
You up, you gotta.
The biological specimen as a
You
human,
up,
not
you
just
gotta.
stereotype. Just facts.
Right, this is what he's doing. He'll interrupt and obfuscate so he gets sent down, as opposed to being humiliated, because he knows that he has no points to stand.
You can't humiliate me, bro, because you cannot intellectually.
I know that I
cannot humiliate you when you look like
I know that I can humiliate a sand nigger.
I have the picture. I have the
You up, you gotta.
Who drinks camel piss.
Snow nigger who
drinks camel
you
piss.
guys have been drinking human piss and all kinds.
So this is what he's going to do. He's going to come on stage and continue to interrupt. So he's going to what's called suicide by mod. So as opposed to addressing any point that's addressed to him, which he knows that he has no rebuttal.
Stop texting me, please. Why
What he can do instead is
Stop. Hey.
I can have a question for you, Daniel.
This message
shut
for me.
the fuck up.
Don't even know what we
Okay, sorry, sir.
Shut your white mouth and open your white mouth. Why don't you give me a big grin and take my cock in your mouth? Honey,
No, don't
let me finish. You didn't hear me.
talk like that. And you can throw me out of this room if you want to. Don't talk.
Alright, I'm sorry, but just okay. Now the bottom line is that
Do you
Yeah,
want to take
Mikhail.
your mouth?
no, I do not.
Okay.
Do you?
That is a sin.
It's a sin to give a blowjob.
Yeah, what does it say about fellatio in the Bible?
I haven't scanned. It doesn't say anything about fellatio.
That's not true.
Alright, yeah, just relax. So what happens with this fucking sand nigger is that he'll come in, he'll be confronted, and what he does is he acts belligerent, like a fucking retard. So that he gets thrown to the audience, as opposed to being dominated and butt-fucked intellectually. He knows that he has no rebuttal to any arguments that I pose to him, so what he'll do is continuously speak and open his Arab mouth when he's a sand nigger that gets completely butt-fucked by Israel and is embarrassed by the fact that he gets butt-fucked by Israel
You gotta come in.
because he was acting inappropriate to Israel. Don't act inappropriate to your fucking master. When you act inappropriate to your master, you fucked. And when the Arabs understand that, when Muslims understand this, they're gonna stop being butt-fucked.
Oh,
They're gonna stop being butt-fucked by Israel. But until then, they get down their pride and understand that they're inferior to whites and Jews, that they're gonna live happily beside one another. Now I'm gonna invite this sand nigger back up, and he can say what he wants.
Daniel, I do have one just quick question, and then I'll shut my dumb bitch ass up, okay? So, Daniel,
All we gotta say is you worship that
wait,
very
hold on, one
sand.
second. Mikhail, who
I
initiated
don't know
this
why we're
squabble?
even using those words on.
I know, one
It's not
second.
that good.
Dan, who initiated this squabble? Who
I
initiated
really object to the use of those words.
Wait, can everyone hear me? Dan,
Yeah,
who
I'm going
initiated
It's
this
a problem.
squabble?
We talk over each other. It's not like this is a room that is cable. Before I post a fat ass picture and send it to every fucking inbox in this room. Before I do that, motherfucker, before I send your fucking obese over 50-year-old fat ass to everyone in this room, don't fucking make me do it because I will do it. Shut the fuck up. Go back to the fucking garbage shithole you came from.
Go away. Go back to your therapist. You need help.
Go back to the salon. Go take a DNA test. I'm gonna take on a green.
I'm gonna make a statement. Mikhail, relax. Mikhail, this is what you're doing. The bottom line is that
Daniel, here, and I'm gonna send you the picture.
we, the Catholic Church, stand behind
This is what it looks like.
we support Israel because of the things that we've done in the
I
past.
appreciate the support. I don't appreciate your language though that you use towards him.
That's fine. I understand that, Elder Ma. I
And what
wasn't
about what you
attributing.
said to me, Norman?
I didn't hear.
People make it sound like dumb bitches.
I wasn't attributing that to Jews. I was saying that
I know.
the Roman
What
Catholic
do you
Church.
hear that, Ann? Right?
And you asked me if you could put it
because
this way.
You're calling that to Semites. So
Everybody's talking at the same time.
So
If everyone talks at the same time,
it's stupid. It's like me calling
Shut the fuck
a
up,
snow
please. For a
N-word
second.
stupid.
Please relax.
Or adjunct.
All right, please relax, brother. You're gonna get sent down
I
again.
am relaxed, buddy. You're not the
He
only
wants
one.
to be
I'm just matching your energy.
He wants to be sent down because he knows that he has no rebuttal.
Rebuttal to what? You haven't made anything that
Oh,
deserves
just
a rebuttal.
you
You're
want
just
to
shit
start
talking.
talking.
Oh my god, this fucking British, and then you only open up when I want to see.
Listen, you fucking faggot.
Shut the fuck
The
up.
fucking audience, Daniel.
UK Anglo garbage. You sound like one of
Listen,
those
you're
Anglo
fucking
Americans
little
are fucked
faggot.
up. You sound like you live on
You don't
VHS.
What's
Go
going on?
fucking get your welfare.
Listen, shut your mouth.
We've given him what
Stupid
we've given him. What
fucking
Listen,
asshole.
women need to stay out of men's fights. That's weird.
He wanted to
On
be.
you.
Listen,
he wanted to
and why don't you shut up and all?
Men's fights. It's
And
weird.
why don't you
Shut
shut
up.
your fucking mouth?
See,
Look, the
you
bottom line is
listen,
that we
you
have
need to
a
forgive your mother.
stand nigger in here. Oh, he left. All right, the stand nigger left. So now
Don't use this term, please.
El Normo, not attributing it to anybody but the Roman Catholic. I'm a Roman Catholic. We stand by Israel. We stand by Israel. We are Zion.
I love that. I respect that. I love
El Normo, I don't need you to respect any of that.
Okay,
I don't need
okay.
you. But I want to make a statement, please. Please.
All right,
The
can I
Roman
go
Catholic
after you?
Church, the Roman Catholic Church stands behind Israel. I stand behind Israel, and whatever decisions we've made an apology to the Jews, which is not enough of what's happened in the past. But what we can now do is protect the Jews as best we can. So now we support the Jews, not sand niggers, not fucking people like Mikhail.
James,
You're right. Why? What are you doing?
Let me respond. I'll respond briefly. I really appreciate that, and we're going to protect you too. And we have the ability to do so, and so do you. And I appreciate your leadership in the Vatican and your support of spirituality. I'll quote to you something that the Saudi foreign minister said recently in Arabic. The land of Israel belongs to the children of Israel, belongs to the Jews. That the people who are calling themselves
I'm gonna walk around in the street naked if you
will finish. We'll
source.
finish. Yeah.
Source.
No, we're gonna
source.
finish when we're done. We're gonna finish when we're done. Yeah.
Let's
Take
take a lot.
questions at the end.
Norman says-
Calm down. Calm down, please.
I just know
He said the Palestinians
That's
are
okay.
not
We'll
a
prove it
people.
after.
Why
They
do
are-
you drop him and then bring him back? I don't.
Can you fucking go take care of your kids or
Why
something?
don't you shut up, you fucking
She is
asshole?
Take care of your kids. Why do you want this happening to your children? Go take care of your children.
Stop talking.
Go take care of your kid.
Listen, my kid's 18, you fucking jahil.
How'd you get
You
that?
fucking stupid
Oh,
motherfucker.
There's
You're
a
a motherfucker.
rhapsody in your head.
No,
John,
Daniel, drop him. And listen, old women, this is
know what Christianity is. You're just a fucking retard, aren't you?
You're do me a favor, step down. I'll make my
Oh
statement.
my God, will you?
That's what it is.
I don't understand why they have him back up. They watch the movie.
We all know that quote is not real. There's no such thing. I don't know
No,
what
it's
you're
real. I'm gonna read you. So the
We know what the foreign minister said in
You wanna send him down,
Washington. We
You
know.
want to send him down to Saudi Farm?
Will someone send him down?
What about this then?
But he's lying.
He's lying.
Listen,
Yeah, you
listen, please do me a favor. Just let Norm finish, and then I can tell you.
Okay, very good, very good. So he said that we gave the Palestinians, so-called Palestinians, everything. They gave us nothing.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
gave
That's what he
money.
said. Yep.
He called them Mongols, Circassian.
Yeah, he's just shit talking. So he's full of shit.
When you send him down, please. He can't do it. He said he can't do it. Okay.
You're full of shit, fucking Slavic inbred mud. You're inbred Slavic mud. You're lying. I don't know why you're lying to these people. I don't know if you're trying to prove it to anybody.
I
Shit
know.
talking.
You want
So why
to
don't we just shit talk this night so we can shit talk?
You want to go? You want to?
He's not reading off of anything. You think there's an article that has these cuss words in it? Like you're really come on, bro.
You want to send him down?
Why not tell them afterwards? Is what I'm saying. Then more people will hear you.
Yeah, more people will hear.
You're right, bro. Once it's shit talk,
Right now they don't hear you because you're both talking. If you let him talk
what is
first,
there to hear? He's a shit talker, bro.
that's fine. Let everyone hear that.
So we're taking turns shit talking. All right.
Yeah, we're taking turns, exactly.
Did you hear this? Did you send me this? Did you hear this quote last night, Hero?
No, just go ahead and give it and
Yeah, just go ahead. That's fine. If shit talking it turns, that's
So again, this Saudi official, I believe he's foreign minister, says there's no such thing as a Palestinian people. The land of Israel belongs to the children of Israel. The people calling themselves Palestinians don't have a state, don't have a government, aren't a people, don't have a land, are not of the land. These are the words used. You call them mongrels, Circassians, Armenians, Turkmen, and just a mixture of people from other areas. So again, I don't blame him for saying these things. We could verify to see that it's true.
Yeah,
he said we gave them everything. Yeah, he said we gave them everything and they gave us nothing. In other words, they tried to build a Palestinian state with them. They refused. King Farhad, the previous previous. Hang on. Just send him down. King Farhan, the previous king of Saudi Arabia.
Send him down if you want.
Farhan, yeah, then you can bring him back up. Offered a state under Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan said, "Fund the Contras, and we'll make a deal with you." The deal that they wanted was a Palestinian state. That's what the King of Saudi Arabia said. This is going way back to Ronald Reagan and the Contras. So they brought this offer to Arafat, offer of a Palestinian state in exchange for funding the Contras. And Arafat said, sure, walked away and never acted on it, leading me to believe that they don't want a state. All they want is for Israel not to have a state. And as you know, we offered states to them several other times afterwards, and they walked away from the table repeatedly from every single offer that was made.
El Normo, go down the timeline here because these uneducated Abduls don't know nothing. Right, when 1947, when the state of Israel and the partition happened, the Arab leaders rejected it. Then, May 14th, 1948, Israel declared independence. The very next day, surrounding Arab states, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, invaded Israel. Right? Every war or civil war that's happened between Israel and the Arabs have started it. Israel's never started it, bro.
Yeah, well,
I've got the timeline in front of me. This is how much these people do not know. Exactly, now they're crying about it.
Arabs are equal.
Oh, Joe has gone too far.
You swept out on accident? Okay.
Yes,
I'm still here. It's like I pinged. So that's the opinion of, I would say that expresses pretty well the opinion of the responsible governments in the region, noting particularly that these people are not from there, which is a surprise to me. But the Arabs can be somewhat elitist, and they don't have a high opinion of Palestinians, so-called Palestinians. They don't think they're from the land. They don't think they're not really genetically one people. They're sort of a mix of people drawn to the region. And again, that doesn't diminish their humanity. They are human and important and deserve to live. If they are willing to live in peace, I will say again, as I said even before October 7th, if they're willing to live in peace, anything is possible. The land will flow with milk and honey. We'll build schools as we have them built for them before. We'll build schools for them. We'll teach them water desalination. We'll teach them or give them agriculture, and they will flourish. And by the way, that's the vision for Gaza. Flourishing. Because if they flourish, Israel's always taught this, if we're nice to them, they'll be nice to us. So we believe in human flourishing. The Arabs have a dimmer view of these people who are there. And it's really, at some point, it's going to take massive re-education for the Palestinians to give up this sort of Nazi destructive, self-destructive ideology and worldview, and get down to the business of living rich lives as they could, as our neighbors. I mean, there's no reason for them not to flourish there. So it really is
absolutely, absolutely, sir. Sir, if I may, I would just forgive me for interrupting. I'll be brief and I'll let you continue on. But this is a bit of writing that is something that I've actually constructed and authored. But there is a tragic stubbornness at the heart of the Palestinian political project, a refusal decade after decade to choose life over martyrdom, construction over destruction, peace over eternal war. Again and again, when given a choice between compromise and conflict, Palestinian leadership has chosen bloodshed and then blamed consequences on Israel. This is not resistance, it is self-immolation dressed up as righteousness. Israel has made peace with Egypt, with Jordan, with the UAE, Bahrain, Morocco.
He's not red and green.
Recognize a hard truth.
Pink sometimes too.
Do not fucking interrupt what I'm saying. Who did that? Don't interrupt me.
Pink sometimes
Don't fucking interrupt me right now. Israel has made peace with Egypt, Jordan, with the UAE, with Bahrain, with Morocco. Former enemies who recognize a hard truth. Wars do not build futures. And Palestinian leadership alone remains frozen in politics of grievance, clinging to maximalist fantasies long after history has rendered them impossible. Every offer rejected, every ceasefire violated, every opportunity for statement sacrificed from the altar, armed struggle. And for what? To entrench warlords in tunnels while civilians live without hope. The obsession with Israel's destruction, often laced with open anti-Semitism, Holocaust denial, and genocide rhetoric, has poisoned Palestinian politics from within. When leaders teach children that dying while killing Jews is the highest aspiration, they are not fighting for freedom, they are stealing their people's future. When rockets are launched from schools and hospitals, it is not bravery, it is cowardice masquerading as resistance. Israel, by contrast, has chosen life. It builds, it debates, it absorbs refugees, it defends itself while remaining a pluralistic democracy under constant threat.
Against you. Well, sir,
it withdrew from the rise of Gaza entirely, only to receive rockets in return. What clearer proof is needed than the conflict persists? Not because Israel refuses peace, but because rejectionism refuses Israel's existence. Let's be honest. No nation on earth would tolerate a neighbor ruled by a movement that openly calls for its annihilation. None. Israel's right to defend itself is non-negotiable, and its patience has been extraordinary by any historical standard. The greatest crime committed here is not against Israel, it is against Palestinians themselves. A generation has been condemned to poverty, radicalization, and despair by leaders who would rather rule ruins than share peace. War has become a business, victimhood a currency, and Israel is expected to play the villain forever, so others never have to take responsibility. Enough. Peace was offered repeatedly, war was chosen. History will remain who built and who earned, who sought coexistence and who and chose annihilation, and it will remember that Israel stood firm, not out of cruelty, but out of necessity, while being condemned for surviving. Sovereignty and self-defense.
Cool,
are not
man.
crimes. They're the foundation of civilization. Go fuck yourself, you fucking sand fucking nigger.
Don't say it. Did you write that or did you read that?
That is my writing. That is my feeling. I'm a Zionist.
You should say it.
I'm a Roman Catholic.
But did you say, is that written out? That was a very good.
Yes, it is written out, and I can actually read it.
You can
I can
probably
give you a copy.
Okay.
Enough is enough. Enough is
No,
enough.
Daniel, that was incredibly powerful.
That was very amazing.
Yeah, I just didn't. There was nothing to memorize someone. It's amazing.
I don't know if there's any Arab speakers in the room. I queued up the piece that I said. It's in Arabic. It's translated with subtext. I'll play it. It's only 1 minute long. I think Ann speaks Arabic, maybe some. I don't think that other fellow was here at the moment.
The thing about that video, I'm glad you played it, or that you read the text, is that's just a small portion of a big text.
There's the vaccine.
Or the longer video. And he gets even more
Passionate?
Yeah, more passionate and more vitriolic against the people and the latter portion. But I think you hit the key points. I just wanted to say one thing real quick, which is, after World War II, France and Germany, who had been bitter enemies and had been involved in 3 wars in less than 100 years, they've been traditional enemies. They had been concerned about wars with each other, made a conscious decision that they needed to end wars, and they put into place structures to make sure that didn't happen. And today, they are the closest of allies. They coordinate everything together. So it just shows there is a way to overcome the cycle of violence and war if you're committed to doing it.
You want me, so people don't think that I was lying. Well, I'll play the Arabic in the room for those who can understand it, and I can even do a translation. It's under a minute, okay, Mons? All right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can
We can hear you, Norman.
Okay. So hang on, I'm pulling it up. Here we go.
السعودية ما بقى شيء ما أعطتكم إياه، حتى دولة أسست لكم دولة، الملك فهد يوم قال يطلب مني تمويل سوار القطار قال له وحدة بوحدة أبي دولة فلسطين، قالوا أبشر، ووقع الخطاب دولة فلسطين، وعلم الملك فهد عرفات إنه حصلنا دولة فلسطينية، حرب عرفات ما شافوها إلا بعد 10 سنين من هالكلام هذا، عرب ما يبي دولة فلسطينية، كلكم ما تبون دولة فلسطينية لأن أساسا ما لكم قضية ولا لكم أرض، هذه أرض إسرائيل بالقرآن، وأنتم شتات رومان ملفقين مغول وتركمان وشرقس وأرمن وغجر، ما لكم حق بفلسطين، فلسطين هذه دولة إسرائيلية لبني إسرائيل، وبني إسرائيل لمعلوميتكم بني إسرائيل هذول عيال إسحاق، وإحنا يا العرب عيال إسماعيل، وإسحاق وإسماعيل أخوين أبوهم إبراهيم عليه السلام، يعني هذول عيال عمنا، لكن منين جيتوا؟ أنتم وش دخلكم بالموضوع؟
So he says the Israelis are the children of Isaac, and the Arabs are the children of Israel, and we are cousins. And he says these Palestinians, they have no land, they don't belong there. The land is for Israel. That's what he said.
That's very powerful. Where did you get that from, Norma?
I thought I got it from you.
You did. I just wanted to make it clear.
I didn't know if you wanted to be outed.
Well, I don't mind. I find good YouTube videos. But I'll put the link in the chat if anybody wants to
You're going to
listen
do it,
to
or
it and watch it themselves,
In Euro, I wanted to say that I didn't know that you knew my boyfriend. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Putting back on you so much, Euro.
Wait, I was that investigating?
Oh, that's the devil roasted him.
Don't interrupt again. And don't interrupt. You're a woman.
Who was I interrupting?
You interrupted me. I was speaking a brief comment. Go ahead.
Okay, so Euro, I didn't realize that you knew my boyfriend Joe Hero from Periscope. He had messaged me while we were chatting, and I just looked at my text messages. So, and he's like, No, he's fine. He's cool. I know him from Periscope. Lay off of him. So I'm sorry, you're up.
No, that's okay. No, it's quite all right. And I'm glad that you guys are having one great story.
Thank you.
Israel naively, and I'll say this naively, thought that we're going to create an oasis and everyone's going to love it. And everyone does love it. People that are sane love it. And invitations are sent to whoever. Come on into our oasis. Come into our party. It's beautiful here. Look how beautiful it is. And naively, Israel thought that this would be accommodating to people that are savage. Their minds are savage by toxic religious ideology, toxic religious eschatology, toxic religious anti-Semitism embedded within their Hadithan corpus, within Islam itself. So what Israel thought was just a joy. This place, look at the values, look at the beauty, look at the oasis we've created. And naively, they thought that people would accept an oasis and a beauty, but they didn't realize what they had, which are people that are
roast these motherfuckers.
Destined for war, destined for end times when all Jews are annihilated. And we love Israel, and we will support their state, and they will prevail. They will prevail, no matter what the optics are, or whoever tries to skew the optics. But we support and stand by Israel 100%, and it will never waver. And our finances will be sent, and our voices will be sent to Israel, our people, and whose values are overlap with ours, not jihad and martyrdom and sacrifice and suicide. So, I'm sorry, but we don't support you and we want you dead, and we're going to eliminate every one of you. And that is coming from not Israel, that's coming from the Zionists, the Christian Zionists, which we are. And we will destroy you. And we will destroy you even more forcefully than the people that you persecute who are more merciful than us. Their mercy has been seen as a weakness, so now it's our turn to show you what violence is. Because we will make you desolate, and we will destroy you one by one.
Can I ask you something?
You're a woman.
Oh, you don't have to answer, but I'll ask you. So I am.
This is the Daniel Nero hour.
In Catholicism, we are told, and God says that we are to pray for peace and pray to come to the light, and spread the word of God, right? We are not, and it is not our job, and we are not supposed to take it ourselves to persecute anybody. The only one that makes that judgment and takes care of that, right? So we are just, as Catholics, we want peace. We don't call for the murder of people. We don't murder people. It's wrong and it's awful. And I do know, and I'll end with this. So Israel, we do know, is the Holy Land, right? The Holy Land. And I will say that the Jewish people that reside there have done an amazing job until obviously since October 7th. They've done an amazing job with keeping it beautiful and protecting the land.
All right. We've had enough of you.
Last thing, can I just say something?
No, Jackson, hold on. But I want to make one brief comment. Israel is not to be trifled with, and I'll explain to you the texts. Now, first of all, this is Israel's inheritance by God Almighty. And this is from the Book of the Prophets, and this is Samuel 15. And Samuel said to Saul, "The Lord sent me to appoint you king over people of Israel. Now therefore hearken to the words of the Lord. Thus says the Lord." I'll repeat that. 1 Samuel 15:2. Thus says the Lord of hosts, "I will punish what Amalek did to Israel in opposing them on the way when they came about
Daniel
Egypt.
Nero, magic hour.
Amalek and utterly destroy all they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, cattle and ass. Completely annihilate them, erase their lineage. And this is a commandment from God. It is many people of Israel. It was difficult. many people was difficult to understand the commandment of God. But this is the inheritance of the Israelites. This is the inheritance of the Jewish people. Their land is not to be trifled with, ever. It's never to be fucked with. This is what God has said in our text as Christians. And if they have to be annihilated,
they're there to protect the Holy Land. I said they've done a great job this year.
it's over. No, we don't put up with this bullshit.
Right.
We don't put up with sand niggers. We don't put up with people that are going to go and be hateful. It's that simple. It's the land that God promised. And stop.
You're agreeing with me.
All right, go ahead. Go on.
Because they're protecting the Holy Land. That means protect it that means in any way, shape, or form, right? So if somebody is going to invade the Holy Land and destroy it, then obviously the people that reside there, the Jewish people, are going to protect it. That's what so we're agreeing. I understand what you're saying.
They're being too fucking merciful. That's been the problem the whole fucking time. And you understand what mercy gets you with people like this? It gets you mass shooting of people that shut the fuck up. What is Israel's mercy done for them? What is Israel's mercy done for itself? That it shows these fucking disgusting people. It's done nothing but harm them.
It's a waste of money.
I'm not saying that. The Jewish people. What? That was helpful.
No, we hunt Nazis and we hang them. That's our job. And you have a good record.
How are you defending like
That's what we do, Ann.
Hold on a minute, Daniel.
Guys, can you reach me?
No, Coptic, hold on a minute, because I've been waiting to speak for ages. So, listen, what people don't understand is you should be thanking Israel for what they're doing. Exactly. Because if it wasn't for Israel doing what they're doing, probably them animals would have spread it far and wide to other places. And remember what their book teaches them. The final hour shall not come until every Jew and Christian is killed. Remember that. Yes. They're trying to push for the final hour. So, I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for these people.
Paul Nolley! Little Paul Nolley!
Every single time and they've rejected it. They just want war.
So can you guys what's the dialect? What's the conversation about here?
Well, why don't you listen?
Well, I just came in right now.
Right, so then just sit and listen.
Can you guys just?
Hey guys, good morning, good night, whatever your time zone is.
Hi, Freddie. Put some clothes on.
How you doing?
What I'm guessing is that.
Excuse me? One second. What did you say, Ann?
Put some clothes on.
So what I'm guessing is that Ann is against like Israel of some sorts, right? Well, and why?
Wait, what did you just say to me?
Ann is not against Israel.
Did you just hear? So you didn't hear anything I said?
Yeah, I just came in here right now. Can you guys catch me up to that?
Okay, so what made you come to that conclusion, sir?
Because Saxon and Daniel were defending Israel and arguing with you, so I assumed that you were their opponent.
Were they being arrogant to me? No, they were speaking to the room.
Oh, okay.
They give her a hard time sometimes, but she can hold her own.
No, but stubborn. So, did you want to know my stance?
Yeah, what is it?
Right. So I am Catholic. My family is originally from Lebanon. We are Catholics, and we came to America, and it's amazing. We know that Israel is the Holy Land, and the Jewish people that reside there, their job is to protect that Holy Land in any way, shape, or form. And so somebody, an enemy, anyone that is going to try and destroy that Holy Land, the Jewish people have done an amazing job. Obviously, the past 2 years have been awful, but they've done an amazing job keeping it beautiful and amazing. And I hope to go there one day. So I don't know. And as a Catholic, we're to pray for peace, and we're not supposed to choose a side. We just are supposed to pray for peace. Does that make sense?
Okay, so what was the so why
what part of it made you think that I was anti-Israel?
Yeah, so why Daniel and Saxon were against what you were saying? Like, because it seems like you're
answer my question. Well, you have to ask them.
Okay.
Or that's how you perceived it. I didn't take it that way.
All right, so Anne, you're a supporter of Israel. I like that. Okay, there you go. You're a Zionist supporter of Israel. That's good. There you go.
Yeah,
Thumbs up for you.
I'm not. Jesus was, well, Norm. Was Jesus Jewish, Norm? Do you remember that conversation? That was wild.
I have a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
So, if you choose not Israel side and not Palestine side,
Yes,
and
Jesus was Jewish. I guess I was muted. Sorry. Is that the answer you expected?
I don't. You don't even know that Jesus existed.
No, but he was in your scripture. He's a Jewish guy.
But remember how? Okay, let me answer Arian. I'm not getting into that conversation again because that was wild.
you are saying we should pray and, for example, God will help them.
Exactly.
And you don't have any side. I mean, you don't support Israel and you
Well,
don't
it's
support
not a
Palestine.
God to God will return and God will separate the sheep from the
In
goats.
our country, you know, I'm from Iran, and Iran is unfortunately most Islamic country. I mean, in Middle East,
Yes.
and they have your logic also, and they, for example, say God will help us. God will put money on my bank. God will blah 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 blah. And they, as you can see, how they work, how they help, they kill.
Right.
I myself, I'm alive, still alive, because 1 minute, because our country is supported and actually controlled by a God that you said, and you just say pray for them. I don't know, pray or do namaz or read Quran for them, and God will help them. There is no God to help us. We want you to choose your side. You are support Israel or support Palestinians and Muslims. And our country.
And people are not gonna like this in this room, and that's okay. But if you want peace in the Middle East, accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and there'll be peace in the Middle East. And that's what I truly believe in my faith and my heart. And that's not to like offend anybody, but that's just truly what I believe.
The belief that you have, excuse me, the belief that you have, the Muslims have too. And the Muslims and the Quran said, kill people, I'm sorry to say that, fight the wife of the, for example, Israeli citizen, and this is done by God, and they also say, I have a belief.
So you think that God would want you to murder people? Because I know God to be God is good all the time, right? And killing people would be a bad thing. So why would God be saying to you to kill your enemies? Aaron. God.
Would you repeat your question? I'm sorry.
I said God is good all the time. So why would God say to the Islamic people to kill their enemies? Killing is bad, right?
The God of the Islamic, Muslims are Allah. And this kind of Allah that actually speak with, for example, the Quran, it's he or not she. God said, you forced to kill the people that are not Muslim. And your actually their wife and their money and all of the things are halal to you, and you can easily take them and whatever you want.
So this is
God of
Quran is based off of what Muhammad said, correct? And Muhammad claims to be a prophet of God?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a lots of document by the Quran, and you can open it and read it really well. And it's a very
easy accessibility to read what's going on in the Quran and every, religion. You can open their book and see what's happened, what's the real religion is.
Okay, where does it say? Where would God say to strap a bomb onto your children and sacrifice them to your enemy? And I'll give you virgins in heaven. Tell me how someone would be able to take that in and be like, this is good, this is for Allah, and strap a bomb to their own child. Like, how? Like, I can't even imagine that. Like, I have a daughter. I can't. Like, it hurts my heart so bad.
In my country, our government put the AK-47 on our people.
It's evil. It's evil.
I know, but because in the Quran said, if you do that and you kill kafir means a person who who is a Muslim, in short. If you kill them, you go to heaven. You have a lot of pride.
You're defending the indefensible, right? So NAC here correctly is on the right here. Yeah, you can't defend this, right, bro? Like, you can't defend like strapping your children and bombing them and all of that.
I don't support them. I don't defend them. I'm saying when you say we should pray, in another hand, there are lots of people that pray for killing, for example, a person that's not Muslim. You mean what I mean? She said, I'm just pray and watch, for example, the war between the Israel and Palestine and lots of other side. And I just pray for them. You shouldn't
right,
pray.
Because you have
because your prayer is not helping for them.
God will take care of it.
And I know, but there is a lot of God in the world. For example, I have a, for example, imagine I have a God and my God tell me to kill you. Is it correct? No. I should do it? Yes, but because the God said I have a prize. And what the fuck is wine?
God wouldn't tell you to kill someone, but go ahead, Michaela.
I'm just going to say there is such thing in Catholicism as a just war theory. So killing, thou shalt not kill means thou shalt not murder. War is not murder if it's a just war. So I think what he's saying is that praying for our enemies when our enemies are about to kill a lot of innocent people, it's not, you pray and you can't, just wars are acceptable.
Oh, right. Like, that's why I meant, like, if someone is trying to invade your home, you have the right to protect yourself in any way, shape, or form, right? Someone comes into my home, a stranger, and my daughter's here, I'm going to protect our family. And I mean that in every sense of that word.
Yeah, so, he was reacting because he sees, I think probably, the man who was talking, are you an ex-Muslim or what are you?
Yeah, I can tell that he's not, like, for it, he doesn't agree with it.
Well, he thinks, are you an ex-Muslim? Yes?
I'm not Muslim, if you're talking about me.
You're ex-Muslim. Right, so you've probably maybe even become atheist because of reacting to Muslims or Muslim theology.
No, then he's got him.
Well, you're not a Muslim.
These kind of things that I say, you should kill the people, and it's a word of the Allah, and you have a prize in the end of your life, and all of these are in Quran.
Right.
And in our country, that is an Islamic Republic of Iran, Islamic. They use that Quran and all of the Quran, all of the bullshit that they have to kill us to
Jackson Jr. did SSDF for bipolar while in jail. Is he still receiving Social Security disability?
Why we should take our citizen money to put them, for example, on Lebanon, Gaza, and make them, for example, kind of Muslim group that they think their life is just, for example, killing people and going to heaven.
I think the kill. Do you believe that, Aaron? Do you believe that?
That's a
Do you
stupid
believe it?
view.
Like, do you have faith in that?
I believe God.
God or Allah? Because I know you said there's difference.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
Because I
yeah,
see
so he
what's
doesn't
the real Islam and what's the actually real God is. I don't say a God, for example, God of the Indian people, God of, for example, a lot of another country. I'm just saying Allah. I mean the God of Muslim.
Oh.
Like,
And at the end, I just back to the first question that I have for you. When you say I pray for the, for example,
point of order, moderator. Moderator, point of order. Is this another example of Islamic sensitivity to criticism? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got up on the stage. I haven't said anything. Good evening, everybody. Let me introduce myself.
Kind of understand what he's saying.
I was talking, please wait and you will check. And when you say I support, for example, the people that were killed by praying or something like this, you actually support them to kill another people by the, for example, holy books, for example, holy God, holy anything. You know what I mean? So you just should actually choose your side. You are with Iranian people, you are with, for example, Muslim people. If you don't say anything, you support them to war. And if you pray, support them to continue this war.
So if we don't say that, if we don't come to Allah, then you're told to kill us.
What?
Is that what I'm gathering? So that me as a Catholic, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. He would say that Muslims would want to murder me.
No,
Yes, because they have no mind. They are crazy.
No, he's saying that if you're praying for them, he's interpreting that you're praying for their success. No, you're praying for their conversion.
Yes, I'm praying for them to come to the light, to come to Jesus Christ.
Who in particular? I don't think your praying is helping for them. It's not actually useful for them.
You're presupposing your atheism. Like Anna's a Christian, she thinks that prayers do help. But you pray for peace in the Middle East.
Yes, I pray for peace everywhere.
I think there is a lot of people. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in the world that they are like you, and they pray and kill them. For example, even the children. I myself, I was a professor in Iran, and I wasn't fight the government. Nobody liked this. Okay, and I'm really lucky to survive because they killed the children. All of the people that were actually near me die by a gun, because the gun is a kind of means that the government take it to kill itself citizen, every children, every actually scientist, everyone to pray and go to heaven. And our leader, Ali Khamenei, is saying,
wait, who's your leader? Sorry. Who's your leader?
Ali Khamenei, or you can say Khamenei because of the. And he said several times that I'm sent by God, and if you want to go heaven or something like this, kill people for me.
Well, that sounds like a false prophet. False prophet.
And it's what?
False prophet. Heresy.
No, it's not about Ali Khamenei that our leader is today. and kind of leader of the Islam today. We have lots of things in Quran that Muhammad was a kind of first conductor Quran and Islam. He's lots of things that even has going through the Quran and lots of change Yes, unfortunately,
Oh my goodness. I'm
just going in the speaker that have actually Pahlavis. So like, it's our flag, it's national flag. The flag that you see in Islamic Republic of Iran is a kind of another logo, another meaningful things.
Just saying this, it was so
flag is beautiful, and it
was just so weird to me.
In the short,
to me how
we are going to fuck off. I'm sorry to
paying it, being very soft and is questioning when at this point
because our government
has had multiple cases. This isn't just
our government is
it's not like
is exactly have the same ideology of the person that you can see on Hamas.
How, like, I don't know. It felt like to me he was giving Jeffrey Epstein, the world's most notorious sex trafficker, a lot of grace. So you just gotta wonder, like, okay, this is the same guy who's in the administration right now. I wonder how he feels about all this. What has Trump done that he's just okay with? If he's just cool with, chopping it up with Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah. He says so much in the interviews, or there's a bit where he's like, during the 2008 financial crisis, he's in jail. The interview's after that. The interview's 3 months before he gets arrested, I think. And the cases are already pending and stuff, so everyone knows the new allegations and stuff, whatever. So he's talking about 2008 when he got arrested, and he's like, I was in jail and the financial markets are crashing. So, I phoned the head of JP Morgan while I was in jail, to ask him what was happening. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, Bear Stearns, get your facts right, boys.
Dry snitching. That is dry snitching.
Why the fuck are you picking up the phone to you?
Exactly. And the name dropping in there, he was like, he's talking about, when I was 31, David Rockefeller was like, you need to be a trustee on my board. And then he's like, I was looking at all of the names. You got Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, and everybody gets to write their own bio. So it was my turn to write my bio, and obviously name all of these interesting people, amazing people. And he wrote on his bit, something like about the guy that is not supposed to be here or something. And he was like, I thought it was funny. They don't think it was funny, but what is almost taking a piss? So he's in the bunch of stuff. He talks about financial markets, and he says, the way our banks work, you guys give us a dollar, we take $1, and then we're allowed to take $9 out. That's how it works. So we don't have the money. We give $9 out, and we're going to give $9 out. We don't have it. That's what we just said. I'm glad all of this is coming out. I don't understand why they're not discussing it. I mean, I do understand why, because fucking
there's far more. But these are being foolish now. There's far more, more pressing things like Somali daycares that just to discuss.
Oh my god. It just blows. Like, you know what's funny? In the Desire, that's actually what they talk about. It's like the same old shit. Like, guys, there's like big things happening, you know? Like, like.
And the thing that's funny here is they don't want to say they're interested, but these motherfuckers in the background are looking real hard into it.
Yeah, of course. Like, like how they're acting so oblivious. Daniel goes to Isa. Like, who is this Epstein's guy? Name I keep hearing.